In today's video, we'll be diving deep into the character creation aspect of Grand Theft Auto 6. How in-game NPCs will be generated, how characters will be created within the world of GTA 6. We'll be looking at a new patent filed by Rockstar Games' parent company Take-Two Interactive that gives us plenty of details regarding character creation and how all of the characters within the world of GTA 6 will be generated using a new system created by Rockstar Games that is more efficient and takes full advantage of the current generation consoles. Before we begin, a friendly reminder: if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, as most of my viewers are not subscribed. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for all the nice comments and support you show on the videos. Also, if you haven't joined my Discord server yet, link is in the description. As game worlds become larger and more complex, it has become increasingly more difficult to fill them up with a rich, varied, and interesting environment. When it comes to characters, buildings, interiors, artists are responsible for creating each and every single individual in-game object that fills the world. As the worlds get bigger, it becomes more difficult computationally and in terms of the effort that is required to design all of them. Rockstar Games, however, as they have always done, has created an innovative system that ensures that 3D objects are efficiently rendered and with as much detail as possible. The name of the patent that we're going to be analyzing in this video is called System and Method for Game Object and Environment Generation, that goes in depth into how interiors of buildings are generated, but also how characters will be generated inside the world that Rockstar Games is creating using this new system. Rockstar begins the patent by giving us an introduction into how objects in 3D spaces work. They say objects used in 3D graphics, often called assets, are a combination of geometry data, for example the 3D model, and data for textures associated with the geometry data. An asset may be formed of one object, or it may be a composite object made from a combination of objects. The objects that form a composite object may in different contexts be used as independent assets, unrelated to the composite object, or they may always be used as a subset of a larger object. And they gave us an introduction into 3D objects in games in order for us to be able to understand how their new invention works. Persons of skill in the art will recognize that many different sorts of assets, such as vehicles, can be made from collections of subcomponents. For example, one aspect of the game might require a room, say a dining room. That entire dining room could be considered one game asset, but it'll likely be created from several other assets such as a table, chairs, dishes, glasses, wallpapers, flooring, etc. The glasses and chairs are independent of the larger dining room asset. As another example, a virtual person in the game, such as background character in a scene, would also be an asset. A person asset might be made up of a number of interchangeable objects such as legs, a torso, arms, a head, etc. Because the person is made up of interchangeable objects, a variety of different person assets can be made by mixing and matching different constituent parts, but a body part like a torso might always be used as a subpart of a larger body object. They say that prior art systems generally include libraries of game assets. However, the systems and methods that they present in this patent add a metadata layer to these game asset systems and provide modified development and game architectures to take advantage of the new metadata layer. This metadata layer includes tags that are added to the object in order to provide useful descriptors. In a preferred embodiment, these descriptors are completely free-form and without context. This allows developers to specify information about objects as needed without having to be locked into a rich pre-configured schema. So the new system that Rockstar has developed has added an extra metadata layer and will also rely on tags. In the following paragraph, they give examples of how this tag system will work. So for example, the characters and virtual people in the game world will have tags such as skinny, chubby, average, attractive, ugly, young, old, etc. They say that this tagging system will not only be applied to the 3D model or textures alone, but the entire object package comprising of the model and its associated textures. So essentially, each and every component of a particular character will have its own tag. For example, we'll have skin textures for old people that'll have the old tag. We can also have arms and torsos for chubby people who will have a chubby tag. Some other examples for tags Rockstar has given is sporty, hipster, emo, preppy, nerdy, luxury, basic, new, worn out, business, and formal. And not only will each and every component have a tag, there can also be entire collections of assets. Additionally, all of these assets can be stored on servers where they can then be easily accessed by developers as through an application programming interface. Furthermore, they can also be embodied in different formats such as XML, delimited text, binary encoding, a relational database, and other formats depending on the person's skill in the art. These systems and methods advantageously use the metadata via a rule set layer that uses the metadata to increase the speed and efficiency of game rendering, world or scene creation, game script execution, and rendering fidelity. In particular, the rule set allows designers to add context to the tags and to control their use by setting rules for the asset usage and the asset's interaction with the game and other objects. These rules are unrestricted and can be used to provide a wide variety of different capabilities and restrictions for objects. So here's an example of how the tags will be utilized. If a jacket object is created, a tag additional top garment can be applied to it. Then, for example, regarding gameplay, the rule might look for the tag additional top garment, and in a cold environment lower the character's health stat more slowly because the character is kept warm. But not only that, the additional top garment tag could also be used to improve rendering efficiency. For example, if a character is wearing a shirt underneath their jacket, the shirt will take up a certain amount of memory, and since the shirt will be obscured by the jacket, to save this unnecessary memory, Rockstar will make it so that the full shirt is swapped out for a smaller bib-sized shirt texture that contains only the parts visible under the jacket. This is just one example. You can go and check out the full patent in the description for more examples. The combination of tags and the rule set can also be used advantageously for procedural generation of game objects and environments. For example, a game scene could be created in a game script by calling assets based on tags rather than calling the assets explicitly. For example, if the game scene called for virtual characters in a movie theater, the designer could simply specify a need for predetermined X number of characters with casual dress. If the designer wanted a sci-fi movie playing at the theater, it might also call for a higher percentage than normal of characters tagged nerdy. The metadata rule set interface would interpret these general instructions at game runtime to randomly generate virtual characters fulfilling those needs. Moreover, this system can also provide further efficiency. For example, the entire character object does not need to be packaged prior to being streamed to the GPU for processing. Instead, they can be generated in the GPU from existing model and texture assets. Of course, Rockstar would want to use as many preloaded GPU textures as possible so long as a realistic variety of textures is maintained in the scene. Also, this system allows them to regulate how many preloaded textures are used in a scene. For example, the preloaded textures can be increased for complex scenes and reduced for less complex scenes. The goal of this video is to give you an overview of the most important aspects of this new system, so I won't go into each and every example that has been described in the patent. You can go and check it out in the description if you're interested. Moreover, turning to the details of the specified metadata, in a particularly advantageous embodiment, the following metadata is included for each model and texture: IDs, property tags, match tags, randomization restrictions, expression data, and optimization data. While this selection of metadata has been found advantageous, different groupings and subsets of these tags can be mixed and matched as needed to accomplish particular design goals without departing from the spirit and advantages of the present disclosed inventions. The uses, embodiments, and benefits of each of these fields are described as follows. So these are all of the elements of the metadata. I won't go into detail into each and every element. They are essentially the different methods of tagging Rockstar uses to sort out the models and textures. And that's what the tags are for accurate and efficient filtering and sorting of assets used in the virtual world. I hope this video gave you an overview of the tagging system Rockstar has developed. I'm excited because it'll bring much more variety to the NPCs in this massive world. But leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more GTA 6 videos just like this one. If you haven't joined my Discord server yet, link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.